Now it's time to see who has a heart.
If you put your effort and concentration into playing to your potential, to be the best that you can be, I don't care what the scoreboard says at the end of the game, in my book, we're going to be winners.
This is your fight. Now go out there and take it.
To be the man, you got to beat the man. And I'm saying, woo, right here, I'm the man. Woo!
Welcome to Applebee's Tailgate Talk. Don't go away. We'll be right back. Come see all your friends at Applebee's in Athens, Highway 72 West, just off I-65. 12 minutes guaranteed or it's free Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. 7 items to choose from. Can't make it for lunch? Visit them for happy hour, 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. or late night. Half-price appetizers with beverage purchase, 6 appetizers to choose from. One of your favorite teams is sure to be playing on the big screen, too. See you tomorrow at Applebee's Neighborhood Grill, Highway 72 Athens, just off I-65. Daly & Son Car Care is Ardmore's only one-stop auto repair and tire shop. Whether it's major mechanic or brake work or routine maintenance like an oil change or lube job, Daly & Son Car Care has been satisfying customers all over with their fast and friendly service. They're also your headquarters for quality Cooper tires. Stop by and see Wayne, Nikki, or Dale at 25600 Main Street in Ardmore, Tennessee, or call them at 931-427-4651. They're on Facebook, too. Daly & Son Car Care, open Monday through Friday, 7:30 till 5, and Saturday, 7:30 till noon.
Home security is not what it used to be. With Secure Connect and smart home integration features, you can unlock your doors and turn off your alarm from your smart home app. No more hiding a key under a rock. Get Secure Connect and live life connected. Call Ardmore Telephone Company at 800-830-9946 to secure your home today.
When things go wrong, State Farm is here to help life go right. And Agent Michael Howell is the one who can help get things back on track. See Michael for your auto, home, life, health, property, and business insurance, and be ready for those unexpected twists that life throws at you. Ask about banking and annuities, too. Call State Farm Agent Michael Howell at 232-5400. Visit him online at michaelhowell.net or go see him at 903 South Clinton Street in Athens. State Farm Agent Michael Howell. There when things go wrong, here to help life go right.
Right now on a podcast platform near you, The Wingmen.
There's someone on the wing. Something.
Join us live every week this football season as Kirk Pierce, Johnny Johnson, and Brad Kimbrough talk James Clemens Jets sports. The Wingmen.
We're winging it, Jerry.
On your favorite platform via the PAS Plus app, on your Alexa device by saying Open PAS Plus, and online at jcwingmen.net.
This is head football coach Jonathan Snider of Ardmore High School, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Good Saturday morning, everyone, and welcome to Applebee's Tailgate Talk. Tom McClung here, old Tom Cat, alongside Todd the Bod Tomlin, the talent of the group, producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert. We are live in Ardmore, Tennessee at the Ardmore Car Show, possibly one of the largest car shows in North Alabama and South Tennessee right now. The weather is perfect. The cars are good looking, and the women ain't bad either.
That's right.
That's a joke.
Perfect
in case
day.
somebody's listening and know it was a joke.
Oh, I wasn't joking.
No, not a joke?
I wasn't joking.
Oh, okay. Well, Coach Jonathan Snider is going to join us. He's standing over here in the corner, and we're going to talk some Ardmore High School football here in a little bit. Before we do that, look for us on Facebook at Applebee's Tailgate Talk and on Instagram or X at Tailgate Talk AL. Visit us online at tailgatetalk.net to get scores and archives of past shows. You can also vote on this week's Athlete of the Week poll. Sometimes I don't think we spend enough attention to that.
Yeah.
That Athlete of the Week is
important.
So we need to devote more attention to that.
And this week,
Yes.
it was a close one.
Really?
Yes.
So your vote matters.
Your vote matters. Call great-grandma, call grandma,
Right.
call aunts and uncles,
Aunties, uncles.
cousins, and nephews.
And you know what? I think I'm just going to go ahead and announce it.
All right.
Because, 2 votes separated
Oh, wow.
all 3.
All 3 of them.
Oh, that's
really?
close. That's super
wow.
close.
So I'm going to go ahead and just give it to them all.
Do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
So,
who is it?
Let me go down here.
Well, I mean, we're not giving everybody a trophy, are we?
No, we're not. But
No,
I mean,
kidding me?
this is
Winners
like,
only, dude.
This is like an oddity there, a space oddity.
It's that convertible Impala. That's a 1978 convertible Impala.
Pimp ride.
So I'm going to go ahead and say congratulations to Cheyenne Russell of West Limestone.
Cheyenne Russell, West Limestone.
Addison McHale of Ardmore.
And
Mackenzie Knowles of Athens.
Congratulations to all three.
All three of them get it?
All three of them.
Within 2 votes.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah. One and one and one. I mean, it was just like.
Well, it's that how they do in golf, until you go to the
So, and the trick to it is
1-1-1, and then
you're not supposed to vote more than once, and I don't know how it works on this voting. It probably recognizes the device you're you're voting.
Yeah, once per device.
So use your phone, your tablet, your computer.
Yeah,
I've got a
Just
phone,
saying.
I've got an iPad, I've got a laptop.
Right.
Yeah,
it's not exactly like American Idol, but
you keep it honest. I give Tim credit for that. He keeps it honest.
Yeah, but anyway, or I try to. Anyway, they all three win a Tailgate Talk T-shirt and a gift card from the Athens Applebee's.
And if you play your cards right, girls, I'll even sign an autograph.
Woo!
Just saying.
So does that mean they've got to take you with them to eat at Applebee's?
They don't even have to do that. I'll just sign the back of their Applebee's tailgate card or Applebee's card. Of course, then they won't want to cash it in because my name's on it. But they'll have a good souvenir. Right?
You get to keep it anyway. Yeah. Frame it.
Oh, do you get to keep it? Okay.
Yeah, you get to keep it.
They'll get the whole experience.
Absolutely. You can also vote this week's Athlete of the Week. We just found out the results of that. And don't forget, enter nominations for future polls, as well as find the links to download the PAS Plus app for your Android or iOS devices. Follow the Tailgate Talk podcast on iTunes, Amazon, Pandora, iHeart, and other popular platforms. Hear us on your Alexa device by saying, Alexa, open PAS Plus. Call or text us during the show at area code 256-812-1TGT. That's area code 256-812-1848. Our calling guests come in via the First National Bank hotline, making communities great. And the special guest segment is sponsored by Yellowhammer Roofing, employers of my sweet wife, Debbie. Absolutely. I have missed y'all. Let's say wish our buddy Jay Vassar safe travels. He's headed up. See you, gentlemen. He's headed up to Nashville today to climb through the construction zone and watch the Crimson Tide versus the Vanderbilt Commodores. That'll be a good game.
Improved Vanderbilt Commodores team.
They've got that quarterback from New Mexico State last year put a butt whooping on Auburn.
Took Missouri to overtime. Should have won the game actually in regulation.
It'll be a good game for a little while, and then the Tide will take over toward the end. We'll talk about last week's game if you want later on if we have time, and we don't know if we'll have time.
I'm sure AP will win.
Yeah, we'll revisit all that stuff. It's time, ladies and gentlemen, to toss it over to producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert.
I knew there was something I forgot.
Knew something you forgot.
More. Scores and more.
All righty. Scores and more brought to you by P4 Physical Therapy, delivering world-class outpatient care with a purpose. Visit them on Facebook or online at p4physicaltherapy.com. Football last night. Not real good luck for most of our local teams, looks like here. James Clements went across the river to play Florence and had to play some white blue jerseys and striped shirts. But they came out on top, 28-16.
He said it. He meant it. He owns it, ladies and gentlemen, in case you're curious.
East Limestone lost to Lawrence County 42-0. Tanner got their second win over Tharptown, 39-6.
Go Rattlers!
Hatton outlasted West Limestone 28-20.
Tough break, cats.
Clements fell to Lauderdale County 51-6. Athens went to Muscle Shoals and also lost 56-42. And Elkmont almost completed the comeback and lost to Sheffield 39-38.
That was a weird score. 39. I don't know.
Well, 38's kind of a.
Well, it is too.
I mean, maybe there were some safeties in there. I don't know.
Missed extra points, going for twos, no telling what all.
Right.
So, and then next week we have Joe Zagorski. We've had him on the show a few times with some of his books. He's got a new one out. It's called Free Spirit at Free Safety. About former Philadelphia Eagles safety Bill Bradley. So we'll find out what that's all about. And Freak Daddy will return.
The return of the Freak.
For another season of Huntsville Havoc Hockey next week. So.
Man, this year's gone by so fast.
It has.
And coming up.
Before you go, Tim,
okay.
if you're a fan of old school NFL, I mean Dick Butkus biting James Brown's fingers because he was trying to stiff arm him, that old kind of classic NFL.
Football.
Joe Zagorski is your man. He's got the books for all of that stuff. Love to talk to him. Tune in. Like Tim said, he'll be our special guest. Go ahead. Back to you.
And coming up, we'll be on the road again. I mean, we're on the road today, and we'll be on the road again at Calhoun. They've got their first basketball season kickoff classic tournament that's going on. I think it's first Friday and Saturday in November. I believe that's
okay.
It is.
We're not. That's not next week. We're there, right?
Oh no. That's in a few weeks. So, but anyway, that's where we'll be, and that's your scores and more. Brought to you by P4.
Well, I've not run over our guest list this so far. Run them down. We've got head coach of the Ardmore Tigers, Jonathan Snider, joining us. Joel Schrenk, head coach of the Elkmont Red Devils. We mentioned them almost coming back, getting a good win. Coach Shelby Davis of West Limestone. Will Johnson, East Limestone. Coach Matt Smith, Tanner High School, coming off their second win. Looking forward to talking to Coach. And our Swami of the SEC, Mr. A.P. Steadham. So much to talk about with SEC football coming up. And in the past week, good things have happened. So now you're going to have to give me some kind of signal. In the past, we had a certain signal that it was time to take a commercial, and now we've updated equipment. Ladies and gentlemen, we are into the 22nd century out here. Nothing short for our guys on Applebee's Tailgate Talk. It's time to take a break. You've been listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC, the Big 1080.
Hear Applebee's Tailgate Talk on your Alexa device by saying, Alexa, open PAS Plus, and hear it in crystal clear quality. Applebee's Tailgate Talk will be right back. P4 Therapy is an outpatient provider offering community-based care with a unique partnership model that allows them to consistently deliver world-class outpatient care, emphasizing personalized hands-on treatment. Whether it's orthopedic, physical, geriatric, or manual therapy, sports or neuro rehab, telehealth, or most any type of muscle or joint pain, P4 Physical Therapy promises to treat you with integrity, compassion, faithfulness, and selflessness. Locations in northern Alabama and southern Tennessee. Look for them on Facebook or online at p4physicaltherapy.com.
What is community? I'm First National Bank Student Advisory Board member Elena Warden from West Limestone High School. And to me, community is supporting those who connect us. First National Bank proudly supports our neighbors, businesses, schools, and organizations to make Limestone County a great place to live and work. First National Bank, making communities great, member FDIC.
Your roof is the first line of defense for your home. Do you have water stains on your ceiling, paint peeling off your walls, shingles missing? It's probably time for you to get your free roof inspection. Locally owned and operated, licensed, and insured, Yellowhammer Roofing is the Yellowhammer State Hometown Team. Yellowhammer Roofing. Let our family protect what's most important to you, your family. 256-232-1933 or online at yellowhammerroofing.com.
Second 11 from the 31. Two receivers right, three left. Back to throw. He throws across the middle. Touchdown!
Join us this football season for Limestone County football, streamed right to your computer or mobile device on the Play Action Sports app. You can also hear it on your Amazon Echo by saying, Alexa, open Play Action Sports. Listen for the replay of select games Sunday afternoons on WKAC and download each game from the archives anytime you want. Also available on all major podcast platforms and in the podcast section of the Play Action Sports app. Limestone County football from Play Action Sports.
Hey, this is Matt Smith, head coach at Tanner High School, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, ladies and gentlemen. We are live here at the Ardmore Car Show, Ardmore, Tennessee, down at the baseball fields. Todd, I mentioned it before the show. It just seems like yesterday, man. We was playing high school ball out here against Ardmore on these fields.
Yep.
And here we are hosting a car show 30 years later. Coach, how old are you?
Turned 44 last Monday.
Okay, you're close.
I'm close.
Close there.
I feel like I'm 84.
Coach Jonathan Snider, Ardmore football, ladies and gentlemen, joining us here live.
Yep.
Under the gazebo.
Live and in color.
Live and in color. You guys were off this week.
We were.
A little bit about your week off preparation.
We got some people healthy, and I went back to work on ourselves a good bit. Didn't really focus on, upcoming opponents or anything like that. And, we had a little JV scrimmage on Wednesday where our varsity kids coached the JV kids.
Oh,
and
cool.
That's
let
fun.
them call plays. And,
Oh, man.
we got our work in for about an hour and then did about a 30-minute scrimmage just to, let their hair down a little bit, relax a little bit.
That's a good idea.
Gave them off Thursday and yesterday and, going to get back to work Monday morning, getting ready for next Friday.
Yeah, we got Lawrence County who's coming off a big win over East last night, 42-0. So obviously, and I think they're 5-2, 2-2 in the area. So,
are they coming to town? Do you have to go to?
They're coming here.
You got to.
Yep, they're coming to.
So at least that's a good.
They the ones got
That's
to
a
cross
good
the
thing.
river.
Going to Molten stuff. I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah.
Oh heck yeah!
You cross that river, man.
Yeah,
Tell them what's
different
on.
world.
It's different world. Yep.
Different world.
Really good football team. Been very impressive. Watched a little bit of them last night just on their live stream. Not a lot, just a little bit, and very impressive. Talking to you guys earlier during the break, but upperclassmen led team. They're starting some younger kids, but a lot of their core kids have been starting for 3 or 4 years under Coach Walker, and got a ton of respect for him and what he's done. His first year, I think they went 0-10 or 1-9, and these guys played, and now here they are, juniors and seniors, and really leading them, and very physical, big football team.
Mm-hmm.
Got some speed on the perimeter, and it's going to be a dogfight. Yeah, it's going to be a dogfight.
Obviously, yeah, if they can put up 42 against anybody and then have a shutout like they did last night, at least last night both sides of the ball was playing really well. So you've got that to look forward to. I mean, what did they do defensively that might give y'all problems?
Well, they're going to stack the box. They're definitely going to try to stop the run, and they're going to play cover 0 or cover 1 in the secondary. And they got some guys to do it. It's not like they're just set on a whim, trying to hope and pray. But they got some speed in their secondary. Guys that's been playing. I know they've got a corner that's been a 4-year starter. He's a senior, and they've got a safety that's been a 3-year starter. And the other 2 guys have started a lot of ball. They play some both ways, and they're a good football team. It ought to be if our kids will play, I think it'll be a really, really good night for football, for a very competitive game Friday night.
Well, good deal. You mentioned off air that you this week you just kind of focused on your team. That didn't look much past to Lawrence County. So obviously this week you'll start that preparation. But as far as health wise, you said you got some kids healthier. So do you feel like you're getting closer to?
I think so. We lost probably our top defensive player at the time. The Fairview game, Cameron Jarrett broke his leg. So obviously he's out, but. I think, we lost a kid in the summer to torn ACL, another senior. Obviously, he's out. But other than that, I think we're going to be pretty healthy. I mean, nicks and bruises and, sore this and sore that. But at this point in time,
and contusions.
I mean, at this point in time, you just sort of suck it up and go with it. So, we didn't we were pretty physical last week against each other, but we also, dialed it back a little bit just to try to get some of those guys healthy because we are playing – a good number of kids both ways at this point, at least spot play. So, trying to keep them healthy, trying to get them on the bus on Friday night and see what happens,
Exactly.
Coach Smith said he had one guy that just liked to go – he wanted to go full on every practice.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, you need to back out to –
There's only 15 of us, dude.
Yeah.
We can't be killing each other.
That sounds like a kid I'm thinking of. I think I know his grandmother. Went to school with his grandmother. It's one I'm thinking about.
I don't think I've asked any other coaches this, and so correct me if I'm wrong, but, for years the county, contracted Encore, whoever, for training and for not training, but for trainers. County we don't have contracts for that kind of stuff anymore. You have to leave it up to each individual school. Is that right?
Well, P4 provides our athletic
right.
trainers through TOC. That's not something that the county pays for. It is provided to us, East Limestone and West Limestone. They have a full-time trainer. The other three schools do not. Maybe Elkmont does, but Clements and Tanner do not. Which is unfortunate. But there's a lack of physical trainers, athletic trainers out there. But we're very fortunate to have Chelsea Ladd as our trainer. She's awesome. She did a lot of her work at Alabama A&M. Okay. She's an athlete, so she understands to.
Yeah, it makes it.
Hey, it's a bruise. We're good.
Right.
Suck
it up, Buttercup.
Little ice, little ibuprofen. We're gonna tape you up. We're gonna make you feel better. But we ain't sitting you out because your toe got stepped on.
Yeah.
So it's she's awesome, man. I don't know. I hope she never retires until after I do, to be honest with you.
Yeah. And so, but it is. That's a big deal to be able to have them. And I assume they're around practice.
They're at every practice. They're at every home game for every sport.
That's amazing.
And football, she travels with us. She'll travel with basketball unless there's something going on campus. She'll travel. She'll travel a lot, especially to a place that may not have a trainer.
Yeah.
She'll work both sides. She'll work both sides, like middle school JV games. Teams won't bring a
that's
trainer.
a big commitment.
It is.
That's a huge commitment, man.
She's got a little girl at home, so I know a couple of years ago when she had her little girl, she was thinking about, doing away with it. Of course, we begged and pleaded, and they helped her out with a contract and stuff like that.
That's where you take some of this car sale money and bump up.
Exactly.
That's some of that envelope on the side.
Chelsea may be the most important person in our program, to be honest with you.
Yeah, well, I'm glad.
It's a lot more important than me.
No, man, no. They couldn't do it without the man.
Not the man. not the man.
Well, we think so.
I appreciate it, but not the man.
Woo! Now, you talking about car show money. What does this money go for? Something in your sights that you're.
No, our quarterback club, of course, hosts it. They've done it. I was talking to Tony Gravitt a while ago, who was one of the originators of it. They actually did 3 shows prior to there actually being a quarterback club at Ardmore. They did it on their own. He said the first show they had 7 cars. And then he said one year they had 1,600 cars.
Wow.
Where he had like 400 that never paid because they didn't have the manpower to put them places and stuff. So he said you can't get too many, but I think this has been going on for 23 or 24 years. Our quarterback club does a great job of not just helping football, but helping cheer. They give money to, if track and field goes to the state and Gulf Shores, they'll help pay for that trip.
Okay.
It's not just a football. Hey, football makes it. We take all the money. It's not like that. They're very supportive of a lot of programs now. It is football and competition cheer sort of garnered toward those 2 sports, but we do help out just, in different areas, especially ones that don't have a booster club of their own.
Yeah.
The quarterback club tries to help, man. I'm so thankful for our leadership in that because it's, hey, what you need, here's what I need, sure thing, we'll get it for you, or we'll write you a check if you want to get it so it's, tax exempt or whatever. So
that's awesome, man.
It's it's a really, really cool thing that you can fund an entire quarterback club with one event, too.
Yes.
Because this is the only thing that they do is the car show. Wow. And it funds programs through the whole year. But now it's a lot of manpower. It's a lot of work on a lot of people. And I'm thankful for those folks. And, a lot of hands involved.
One time a year. If you can get in there, that's a whole lot better than having to do it every other week.
And that's what I tell my players. I require my players to come, and coaches help work it. And I'm like, look, guys, it's one Saturday a year. That's all we're asking. And then they give back so much. It's the ratio is completely out of whack.
But the preparation for something is huge. Probably starts almost like the very next week after this thing's over for the next year.
I noticed when I was walking up the lines that's painted out in the outfield. The outfield's cut. It's maintained. But then you got lines. We're like, what's those lines for? Looks like where you'd put a fence for a home run or something. But it's like, nope, that's where the cars line up.
Yeah, they start on Monday usually. assuming the weather's good, and they take a paint machine and they park roadways and parking spots and everything else all through the park. Very gracious to the city of Ardmore, Tennessee, for allowing us to use the park for this. It's never been a problem, and so they allow us on these grounds. And, it's a big day, long day for a lot of people, but it's worth it in the long run.
Well, how many entries did you get this year?
Pre-registration, we had over 200 pre-registered vehicles, which I think is a record.
Okay.
I think it was a little bit over 100. That's what somebody told me was what they could remember the largest they ever had. Last year we had like 70 pre-register, and we ended up having over 700 cars that showed up that day. So, if we get something like that, the ratio, we're looking at 900 to 1,000 cars possibly today.
Nice. So I always find that interesting. Why? Because that happens at a lot of car shows. Like, just pre-register.
Yeah.
Make it easy on everybody. Yourself.
That's right.
Them.
Well, they don't do it
a little bit
because
cheaper too.
They'll pay the extra because you don't know what kind of weather it's going to be.
Right.
Well,
yep.
and I
that
get
particular day.
Yep.
Yeah.
But it's
what?
Especially if you got to drive 3 hours.
When you bring that up, I'm never asked. I don't think we've been out here because we've been out here on a few times where it was
really
like rain
crappy.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Do y'all ever have like a contingency, like replaying, or is this it regardless? Like this day? You ever heard?
I don't know.
Yeah, I've never.
I know my first year at Ardmore, it rained the Friday night before, probably more than I've ever seen it rain before. And that next Saturday, we still had the car show that morning. We had guys in our quarterback club out here throwing straw out at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Straw
they stayed up all night.
It was soaking up the mud.
And I mean, our numbers were down a little bit, but not what you would think based on the weather. So people look forward to this event every year. There's a few around the area up in Tennessee and around that you sort of have to look at and schedule around a little bit. But, man, I'm telling you, there's folks that's been coming to this thing ever since the first time they've had it. So
I came out, I don't know, 2012, 2013. Some buddies of mine was the band playing over there. It was hot, muggy.
Well, they used to do it in August.
Awful. Yeah, that's when it was.
And my first year, they started moving it to October, trying to hit it on our bye week, if we have a bye week.
Yeah.
Last year it was in September, and it was pretty warm. Today's going to be pretty warm, but, you
got shade.
You never
here
can tell. You got
out.
shade, and it'll be okay. But you'd rather have hot than raining or freezing.
Yes, sir.
But Fiddler's Convention's going on.
Yep.
And there's still,
Yep.
there's going to be thousands of people here today.
Yep.
Coming through here.
Yep. No,
and you would think there'd be some overlap in those crowds.
Yep.
So maybe they're hitting the car show in the morning and Fiddlers.
I know. Hey, come on to the car show if you're listening. Come on to the car show. Come on.
Just where we're sitting up here in this pavilion. The cars are always just so awesome to see, and you get such a variety.
You never know what you're going to see.
I
had a couple old Legends cars that raced at Thunder Hill when I raced years ago. Come through a little while ago. I said, remember those guys? Remember those guys? Wide racing tires, got the Chevy, old Chevy Power Glide in there.
Someone would ask me hey, you win $1 million if you could tell me about a car. I would lose the $1 million, but they are neat to look at.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
So back to football.
Yeah.
Yep.
We got a senior.
Yes,
that we can spotlight. I've done Skylar Jean, Cameron Jarrett, Tavian Cannon, and Cooper Dorning.
All right, let's go with Dawson Pearson today.
Okay.
Dawson has evolved as one of our biggest leaders on our football team. Guy that came out. He had played, I think, in middle school, but had not played till last year as a junior. Played a lot of JV ball, but this year you really can't keep him off the field. Played outside backer for us until Cam got hurt and moved to inside backer, and didn't miss a workout this summer. Is a tough kid, one of those kids that may have tore his labrum against Russellville, but also plays baseball, but, sucking it up and going through it. Just a tough sucker, and that's what you want this time of year is a tackling machine, and plays a lot of speed, even though he probably weighs 165 pounds, plays inside linebacker, but can run and tackle. And, man, Dawson's a good one. Love having him on our football team.
Well, Coach, that's great. Thank you so much for joining us. Appreciate your time. I know you got a lot of stuff to do.
Yeah.
And,
thanks for always having us.
Absolutely. Thanks for letting us come out here.
Appreciate y'all coming.
Do this. Ladies and gentlemen, we got it all day long. Come on out. Get out to these Ardmore Car Show up here in Ardmore, Tennessee. If you don't know how to get here, if you're coming from the north or coming from the north, whichever way, if you're coming from Huntsville area and you get under the bridge, hang a right. If you're coming from the interstate, right before you go under the bridge, hang a left. It's easy to find. It's time to take a break, ladies and gentlemen. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC, the Big 1080.
Hear Applebee's Tailgate Talk anywhere you go by downloading the PAS Plus app for your Android or iPhone. We'll be back with more after this.
Hi, this is LaDon Townsend, Limestone County District 4 County Commissioner. Serving you these past 4 years has been an incredible journey. As an independent, I am proud to represent you, and I want to continue working for you, fixing your roads, and fighting for your constitutional rights. With Election Day coming up, many of you have asked how to vote for me. It's simple. Just fill in the circle beside my name, even if you're voting straight ticket. Thank you for your trust and support. Together, let's keep moving forward for a better Limestone County.
Paid political advertisement paid for by Friends of LaDon Townsend, 27485 Maples Road, Lester, Alabama, 35647.
If your place on the water needs some attention, call BP Riverworks. Boathouses, docks, seawalls, and repairs. Call Baron Pugh at 251-200-2273 or Tracer Pugh at 256-206-7097. BP Riverworks. Licensed and insured, 251-200-2273 or 256-206-7097.
Limestone Drug, located on the square in downtown Athens, is your local Health Mart pharmacy. As your local Health Mart pharmacy, Limestone Drug is locally owned and has a personal commitment to the community. Limestone Drug honors prescription drug plans, including Medicare. They accept flex spending cards and fill prescriptions in minutes, not hours. Limestone Drug knows there's nothing more important than your family's well-being. So shop Limestone Drug at 200 West Market Street in Athens, your local Health Mart pharmacy. Limestone Drug, caring for you and about you.
Come see all your friends at Applebee's in Athens, Highway 72 West, just off I-65. 12 minutes guaranteed or it's free Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. 7 items to choose from. Can't make it for lunch? Visit them for happy hour, 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. or late night. Half-price appetizers with beverage purchase, 6 appetizers to choose from. One of your favorite teams is sure to be playing on the big screen, too. See you tomorrow at Applebee's Neighborhood Grill, Highway 72 Athens, just off I-65. Keep up with local school, travel, youth, and amateur sports throughout the week with a Play Action Sports Update. Listen weekday mornings at 7:30 and weekday afternoons at 1:30 and 3:30 as we bring you the latest scores, news, and announcements from Limestone County and surrounding communities. That's the Play Action Sports Update 3 times a day, Monday through Friday on 1080 WKAC.
Hey, this is David Rocker, former Auburn and Los Angeles Rams defensive tackle, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
I'm all about that action. 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 I said I'm all about that action.
Hey, everyone. Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk. Tom McClung here, Old Tomcat, alongside Todd the Bod Tomlin, producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert. We're live at the Ardmore Car Show, and we've got this young man here, and yes, I intentionally called you a young man, making communities great. First National Bank Hotline, Mr. A.P. Steadham. A.P., welcome back to the show, man.
Good morning. So glad to be on Applebee's Tailgate Talk, WKAC 1080 AM, Athens, Alabama.
Yes, sir. We hear you up in the big city of Columbus this morning.
Yeah, we're up here in Big Ten country. Ohio State takes on the Iowa Hawkeyes. And so I wanted to check out some other teams like I always do every year. We try to look at the contenders, and Ohio State is definitely a contender.
Yeah, they are.
It's a beautiful day here in Ohio. It's going to be about 75, 80 degrees. So we're looking forward to this matchup. I know Iowa, they try to run the football, play defense, and keep it close in the fourth quarter. And we know that Ohio State had that sensational freshman, about 6'3", big body. He's outstanding. I happened to meet him from South Florida. I met him at the Maxwell Awards last winter. So looking forward to watching him play. I'm right here on Archie Griffin Drive.
Yes, sir.
That's where I am right now. Just let me off.
I got some buddies that work. We work for Goodyear, so I have buddies in Akron, in the Akron area. You know the best thing about Ohio, AP,
What's that?
and I mean it, and I'm serious when I say this, they don't have fire ants up there.
I'm right in the section here with green grass, and I'm looking for them.
They're not
there.
I don't see any. No, sir, they're not.
I don't see them, man. I'm worried where I stand every time I'm in grass. I'm glad you told me.
It's too cold for them in the wintertime, brother. Too cold.
Oh, my.
Yeah, so, last time I saw you, what game was the last time I saw you down on the plains? Was it California or Arkansas?
California Auburn game.
Yeah.
Cal Auburn.
Yeah, every loss Auburn's had this year has been they've intercepted themselves to death. So maybe one day we'll figure out how to stop throwing it to the other team.
Right. I mean, they're moving the ball. Yeah, they're moving the ball. Are they 25th in offense or something like that? Or
they're 6th in the SEC in passing. Jarquez Hunter's 5th in rushing.
Right.
It's one of those things until you get it resolved that you can just beat yourself over the head with it. And it's little things. The little things that add up to big things.
Yeah.
Right. So they're their own worst enemy. They're beating themselves. I mean, that mirror is not looking good for them.
No. And since we're talking about that game, I mean, coming off the loss like Georgia did last week, that'd be the last team I'd want to be playing right now because they're not going to be happy.
And I'm gonna not push back because I don't push back and get my brother tied, but I'm gonna offer an alternative theory here. And I've seen this, and I've not mentioned it. This is AP's time, but so my thoughts this week is, and AP, correct me if I'm wrong, how many times do you see a college team get up so high for a game? And the same thing with Alabama this week, that you can fall into that trap, and then the next week you're not playing a competition that you think you're worthy of.
Right.
And, something happens like Georgia schedules Auburn for homecoming. Who in their right mind done that? I was a Georgia guy. But anyway, and, Vandy's got Pavia, and we know we saw with Jordan Hare, what he's capable of last year. And he's carrying all this. So both teams they're coming off such an emotional high. I've seen it. I've seen it time and time again. It's tough to get that high and get up for a game 2 weeks in a row in college.
Yeah, no question about it. And bringing up the South's oldest rivalry, 129th. What is the oldest rivalry?
That's the South oldest rivalry, Auburn and Georgia.
I think there's only two other teams.
That's it. One other.
I just saw it the other day.
What was it?
That gum, and I don't remember.
Tell us.
A W and an M. A W and an M.
Wisconsin and Michigan.
Keep going. Keep going down the alphabet on the M side.
Oh, Minnesota?
You got it.
There we go. Wisconsin, Minnesota.
That's the old Oaken bucket, ain't it?
132. 132.
Wow. Alley dog.
So Auburn, Georgia's right there. Yeah. They're close.
129.
That's amazing that the teams can play that long. Wow.
Sure is. It sure is. But anyhow, Auburn, if they can just keep the ball away from the other team, I'd like to see what they do and try to win the ball game. I'd like to see what they would do.
I would. Me too,
Put some pressure on Georgia. See what happens.
Me too.
Yeah. But
Georgia Alabama proved they're beatable. Let me put 28 points on them in a half, and then whatever happened in the second half, I was driving, so I didn't get to watch it. I was just listening to it. So,
1,000 yards worth of offense. I mean, was that a great football game? That was entertaining.
Yeah.
Great football. I don't think so.
No.
Then the Ryan Williams show happened there at the end. Milroe chunks it up, gets it to his athlete, and he makes the plays.
I think he's just like Jameson Williams, who transferred from Ohio State. He's the difference in the Alabama team this year. If you don't have Ryan Williams, Jameson Williams from Ohio State, Alabama's a completely different team.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
What do you think about the Missouri A&M game? I saw where A&M's quarterback is likely to play. I guess he's still game time, but he's scheduled to play. But it's at A&M.
Right. At A&M, they got a tough defensive front. They're 116th in passing, Texas A&M. They can run the football. I mean, that's what they like to do. But in Missouri, they're 9th in the country. A&M's 25th, and A&M's a favorite by a point or a point and a half, something like that. That's kind of unusual. That's kind of unusual, right? You're the 9th-rated team, and you're a 1.5 point underdog on the road. So Texas A&M, they're doing the quarterback shuffle, correct?
Yeah.
Marcel Reed, is that his name? Marcel Reed, right?
It's Reed. I don't remember his first name.
Yeah, his sister is the assistant director of recruiting from Missouri.
Oh, wow. Really? That's interesting.
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
Yes.
Huh.
Yes.
What do you think about Tennessee, Arkansas? I don't know.
Yeah. I still like that Arkansas team, but Tennessee, they have that quarterback Nico Yamalaba.
Yeah.
And he's very good, but he can throw some interceptions.
Yep.
They have a very good receiving core. Dylan Simpson, right? Simpson. He's a good runner. Can get 100 yards for you. The defense is better. You got Pierce on the edge. Sam Pittman said this week in the teleconference, they must win that first down. They have to be good in their short passing game. We know that Taylor Green can make some yards running the ball. He's 6'5". He's dangerous as a dual-threat quarterback. And we know they have Jaquindon Jackson, the running back, and Armstrong on the outside. That's a nice trio for that team. But they're just coming close. They're coming close but not winning some of these games. Arkansas, they're playing at home. Tennessee, watch out.
That'd be good. That's going to be one to watch. One thing I love going to Jordan-Hare, and I love doing what I do down there. But I get lost from everybody else, and I don't. With my regular job, I don't have the opportunity to study what everybody else has done. So I'm looking forward to watching multiple teams play football today, especially this Arkansas, Tennessee, this A&M and Missouri.
Yes,
because we're 5 games into the season, AP. Nobody knows exactly, except for Alabama and Georgia, how they stand as far as how good of a team they are. How much can they improve and turn it at the end of the season?
Right. Alabama's got to play better defense. I think we established that fact when we're discussing Kalen DeBoer coming to this conference. We know he can win with his offense, and his defense is always just good enough.
Yes.
Good enough to beat Oregon 3 times, good enough to beat Texas twice.
Yeah.
Alabama couldn't beat Texas twice. So he showed that once again. Just good enough defense to win.
Yes.
Right?
But
so he hasn't changed. He hasn't changed yet, right?
It's nerve grating though. It just you gotta. I don't want to be able to make a stop when I have to make a stop. I want to be able to make stops.
Yes.
Right. That's the NFL way. You're playing those 6-point games, 3-point games, 4-point games, one possession games. That's the NFL.
Because games like that, one fumble, one turnover your way. One special teams mistake, you're screwed.
Right, so they torched them for 430 or so in the secondary last week. Georgia did against Alabama.
Wow.
So, right, it's over 500 yards. And Georgia's a funny team. They want to run the football, but I think they're 106th or 108th in rushing in the country.
Yeah, it's
which
low.
is Kirby likes to run that football, but they have not been that successful so far. So I think that's the trend. I don't see it improving dramatically. Do y'all?
No.
Auburn has had some freshmen, I mean true freshmen, that didn't play the first 3 or 4 games, but coming in the 5th game last week and in the second half against Oklahoma made a huge difference. DeMarcus Riddick come off the bench, and Oklahoma's quarterback, he was going down in the backfield. There wasn't getting around the edge like it was in the first half. DeMarcus come in and made a statement in that, like I said, in that second half. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do. I don't know how much playing time he'll get still as a freshman, but I hope he gets a little bit more, and we'll see what he can do with it against that Russian attack.
Yeah, I know he's a name that's been bandied about by Auburn. They like him. So, but Auburn, Auburn is in a good position because they know they've come close and they have a good offense. They're just having the turnovers. And the pressure is on Georgia now, right? They have that loss. They're expecting to be in the playoff.
Yes.
And another loss to SEC team might put them out because these other teams can catch them.
Just one thing I didn't think about, AP, but you're right. The pressure is on Georgia right now. It's not on Auburn coming to town.
No,
it's there. It's Georgia.
All.
Number one, it's Georgia's homecoming. Who?
Yes.
Freaking schedules one of your biggest rivals for homecoming, unless you're just being a turd, like Todd says, and knowing the other team's down. And then on top of that, they've just lost the previous week, so it's a little bit of double pressure on them. Georgia's got to play today.
Yeah. Auburn's not going to any playoff. We know that.
No.
And so they can do quite a few things. And Hugh Freeze, if I was him, I'd open that playbook and let it ride.
And if Georgia's 100 and whatever you said in rushing, I'm gonna feed them tailbacks, man. We're gonna pull some guards and put some tight ends on the corner.
You know what I would say? A team that's 100 and something in rushing, and they threw for 400 something yards against Alabama. My strategy would be let them run the ball.
Yeah.
Let them
make
run
them beat
the
us
ball.
in the air. Yeah.
Let's protect.
Yeah.
In coverage, let's force them to run it and see if they can beat us running the ball. because it's like the Buffalo Bills, New York Giants strategy. They wanted Thurman Thomas to get 150 yards. They said, go ahead, let him get his yards.
Yeah.
But that high-powered offense with Jim Kelly and company was not going to beat us, and that's what they did. He had 150 yards, but they didn't win the game. So
that's right.
Let's have Georgia's running backs have a big day, but not throw the ball over the top against us.
Exactly. Hey, and like I say, the day they start playing the games on paper will be the day that we quit watching them. So that's the truth.
Right, absolutely.
Tell us what you got.
Drama.
Tell us everything you got, brother, and we'll let you get back to Ohio State.
Oh, yeah, here we go. AP and Kelly, as we see, we're on video on my YouTube channel at AP Steadham and also on our shows page, AP and Kelly, as we see it. We have that show. We have the book report with Tyler Booker. We put that out every Tuesday. Tyler Booker, number 52 of Alabama. We have a lot of fun with that show. It's on our YouTube page at AP Steadham. And we also have a show we do with ACC and SEC, AP and DP. Doug Parrish, my friend, played at Cal. He's covering the Cal game today. That's his alma mater against Miami. And then we're gonna launch a show next week. Should be SEC Legends. SEC Legends. That's going to be a new show for us. Every week we're talking SEC Legends.
Excellent, man.
Yeah, go out there and like and subscribe to AP's YouTube channel.
Hey, and I can't say enough about DP. Super dude, man. Talked to him a little bit in Jordan Hare. And that was, good guy. So.
Oh, yeah.
Todd mentioned this a few weeks ago. We need to try to get you and Kelly on at the same time.
Yeah.
So one show.
Okay, yeah, we'll see if we can work that out. You give me the exact time because Kelly's more restrictive than me, let's say, with her schedule.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can work it out one week. That'd be cool to have y'all both on.
Yeah, that would be fun. We look forward to that. But thank you so much for having me on, and enjoy another weekend of college football.
You too,
unscripted drama.
Be safe, buddy.
You too, brother. Safe travels.
Okay, thank you now. Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye. Ladies and gentlemen, our Swami of the SEC. And if you're on the sidelines with him and he says, follow me, you better go with him.
That's right.
Something's fixing to happen.
Always something good's going to happen.
Yeah, it depends on which side you are. It's time to take a break. Tomcat, Todd the Bod, producer extraordinaire. We're Applebee's Tailgate Talk today. Jay is going up to yell Roll Tide this evening.
That's right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back.
If you have a question, comment, or idea for Tailgate Talk, you can email it to tailgatetalk@hotmail.com. Remember, you can always call or text us during the show at 256-812-1848. We'll be right back with more of Applebee's Tailgate Talk on 1080 WKAC. While others have come and gone, the Lion's Den Gym has been roaring as a workout and exercise fixture in Athens, growing from its humble basement beginnings in 1981 to their current 10,000 square foot location at 212 Commercial Drive in Athens. The Lion's Den offers 24/7 access to their ever-expanding equipment collection that includes treadmills and climbers, elliptical trainers, stationary bikes, loose weights and dumbbells, and over 45 different weight machines. Contact the Lion's Den Gym about a membership today at 256-652-2627. Visit them online at lionsdengym.com or on Facebook. The Lions Den Gym, 256-652-2627. When things go wrong, State Farm is here to help life go right. And Agent Michael Howell is the one who can help get things back on track. See Michael for your auto, home, life, health, property, and business insurance, and be ready for those unexpected twists that life throws at you. Ask about banking and annuities, too. Call State Farm Agent Michael Howell at 232-5400. Visit him online at michaelhowell.net or go see him at 903 South Clinton Street in Athens. State Farm Agent Michael Howell. There when things go wrong, here to help life go right.
For screen printing, sign printing, banners, logo design, and more, look no further than That Shirt Printing Place. Located at 709 North Jefferson Street in Athens. Call 256-444-1827. That Shirt Printing Place. Visit them online at thatshirtprintingplacellc.com. Look for them on Facebook too. That Shirt Printing Place. 256-444-1927. That Shirt Printing Place.
Takes a snap. He's going to fake the pitch. He's at the 20, the 10.
Can he
He's
get
going to
there?
get a couple. Touchdown, Chase Clements.
Be listening for James Clements High School football this season as the Jets take on the best in Class 7A competition. You can hear every featured game streamed live online at pasnetwork.net on your Amazon Echo device by saying, Alexa, open PAS Plus, or on your PAS Plus app, and later on demand. You can also hear the replays at Sunday afternoons on WKAC Radio. Join us for exciting coverage of James Clements Jets football this season from Play Action Sports.
Hey, I'm Cody Gross. I'm the head football coach at Athens High School, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Tom McClung here, old Tomcat, alongside Todd the Bod, the talent, Tomlin, producer extraordinary Tim Lambert. We've got the head coach of West Limestone Wildcats calling in on the First National Bank hotline, making communities great, Coach Shelby Davis. Coach Davis, welcome to the show, sir.
Good morning, guys. How y'all doing?
Man, the weather is beautiful. So we can't complain. It is absolutely
I've been
gorgeous.
outside all morning.
Have you?
Good for you.
Well, I just found out from my wife a second ago that in the trap is the third armadillo of the year. So I've got to go home and take care of some things when I get to the house.
Beat that thing with a sledgehammer.
I ain't gonna do it. I'm gonna shoot it with a 22, Todd. Dump it out, let the fire ants finish it off. So, but yeah, I got outside work to do as well this morning.
Coming off a tough one
last night, Coach.
Yeah, another tough loss. A close game. We were up 21-20 with 9 minutes left to go in the game, and just couldn't seal the deal. That's another tough loss to a really good team.
Yeah.
We're so close to being a really good team. We just can't get over the hump and out of our way.
So is the theme still shooting yourself in the foot?
Oh yeah. We had one turnover last night, and we kept 3 drives alive for them. One time on a punt, and then 2 others on a long passing down, and kept those drives alive. I think they scored off of 2 of those. So they only scored 4 touchdowns, but I'm disappointed for our coaches and our kids, and they work really hard, and we're so close. We're so close. And, we got, a few more of these things left, and I hope we can piece it all together and go on a run right here, team.
Yeah, well, you got Wilson coming in next week, 0-6, 0-5 in the area. So how do you, manage the whole, sometimes the expectations, they look across the field like, oh, man, they ain't won a game all year. We got this. And they're giving up lots of points as well. They're probably giving up, on average, 40 points a game, if not more. How do you make them focus on the fact it doesn't matter what their stinking record is? We got to win a game here.
Well, we just got to keep working on us. People try to make this game so complicated. It really ain't. And it comes down to blocking and tackling. The team that blocks and tackles better is going to win. And, we got to get better at those things. And, it really doesn't matter, who we're playing. You got to go play like it's, the best team you played. And, that'll be the message. And I told them last night right before they left the field house or got off the bus, I just told them, look, this week will tell a lot about who we are as a team, like what kind of team we have, what kind of kids we have. Because, I told them tough times don't last, but tough people do. We're going to find out this week. And, it'll be senior night for us, the last home game. So, it'll be some emotional stuff involved. And, we got to control those emotions and just get ourselves ready to play and, give ourselves, the best chance to be successful.
Yeah. Now, do y'all do those festivities before the game, halftime, after the game? When do y'all do the senior recognition and all that?
Yeah, right before the game.
Okay.
That's what we've done in the past. I hadn't heard what we're going to do this year, but typically, everybody does senior night right before the game starts. So, it'll be a lot of emotions right before kickoff, and hopefully, once that ball is kicked and, all that goes away, and we can get, focused on the task at hand.
Yeah, and I believe y'all will. Hope y'all have a good week of practice going into this game. I mean, did you feel pretty good or?
Yeah, absolutely. I felt like, the East game, we were flat. We weren't excited to play. East was real hungry to win, and that definitely showed. And so, our Sunday meeting with the coach, I said, look, we got to get back to getting after each other. really pushing each other and, practicing, physical. And the kids did it. They responded to it, and they played hard and they played physical last night. It's just, little things here and there that we just continue to shoot ourselves in the foot, and, penalties and things of that nature.
Yeah. Do you know much about Wilson? Have you had any time to glance at him?
Oh, yeah. Trey's been over there for, I think this is his third year now, and they're doing the same stuff they've done, and, they've had, a tough time, and, at the end of the day, you got to count your blessings. It could always be worse. That's kind of our, when something bad happens or we lose or whatever, that's kind of our, what we go to. Look, it'd always be worse. So, I know they'll be hungry for their first win, and so we got to make sure we don't give it to them.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they can be. A team like that could be one of the most dangerous you could play because
they ain't got nothing to lose.
Yeah.
Well, they've had time to probably get some guys healed up and get some extra work in. They're coming off a bye week, so they've had 2 weeks to get ready for us. So, we better get ready for them.
Absolutely.
Well, let's see. Can we get us a senior out of you?
Yeah, have I done Connor King?
No.
All right. Connor King, man, he's one of those guys that's just been working his tail off, all 4 years, and, finally hadn't had a chance to start until this year, and, got that opportunity, and, his dad's on the staff. He was an all-state player back on the 80s teams, and so it means a lot to not only to them but to Connor. It means a lot to him. You can tell that he cares about his play, and he cares about his team and his teammates, and man, just a really good kid, and just one of those prime examples of what hard work and putting in the time and the effort. And everybody these days wants self gratification, but this kid stuck it out, and he's been through some tough times, and he started every game this year for us at defensive tackle. So the other thing that I thought about is we got a lot of kids that first time starters this year, and he's one of those seniors. It's his first year starting. We got several of those, and a lot of kids starting for the first time this year. So hopefully that's a good thing going forward, playing some of these younger kids. But Connor King is definitely a testament to what football is all about.
That's great, Coach. Thank you so much for joining us. Good luck next week, and hopefully we're talking to you after a big W next week.
Yeah,
absolutely, guys. Enjoy your day.
Yes, sir. You as well. Ladies and gentlemen, calling us in on the First National Bank Hotline, making communities great, head coach of West Limestone Wildcats, Shelby Davis. It's time to take a break. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC, the Big 1080.
Look for Tailgate Talk on Facebook. Just search for Tailgate Talk and make the connection. Call or text us with your comments during the show at 256-812-1848. We'll be back with more Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC.
Home security is not what it used to be. With Secure Connect and Smart Home integration features, you can unlock your doors and turn off your alarm from your Smart Home app. No more hiding a key under a rock. Get Secure Connect and live life connected. Call Ardmore Telephone Company at 800-830-9946 to secure your home today.
What is community? I'm a First National Bank Student Advisory Board member, and I am alone from Tanner High School. And to me, community is supporting those who connect us. First National Bank proudly supports our neighbors, businesses, schools, and organizations that make Limestone County a great place to live and work. First National Bank, making communities great. Member FDIC.
Limestone Drug, located on the square in downtown Athens, is your local Health Mart pharmacy. As your local Health Mart pharmacy, Limestone Drug is locally owned and has a personal commitment to the community. Limestone Drug honors prescription drug plans, including Medicare. They accept flex spending cards and fill prescriptions in minutes, not hours. Limestone Drug knows there's nothing more important than your family's well-being. So shop Limestone Drug at 200 West Market Street in Athens, your local Health Mart pharmacy. Limestone Drug, caring for you and about you.
PASnetwork.net. It's now your gateway to the Play Action Sports Network. Whether it's Play Action Sports coverage of school, youth, and amateur sports from Athens and Limestone County, or Calhoun basketball, James Clements sports, and Applebee's Tailgate Talk via PAS Plus. PASnetwork.net. Follow the links to download apps to hear live streams and podcasts, enable Alexa skills, or listen live on your computer. Covering Athens and Limestone County area sports, PASnetwork.net.
This is ex-NBA player and coach Rudy Tomcatovich, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Tom McClung here, old Tomcat, also known as, tell me, Todd, the Dilla Killer.
The Dilla Killer.
Todd the Bod Tumblin, the talent, producer extraordinaire, Tim Lambert. We are live at the Ardmore Car Show here in Ardmore, Alabama, Ardmore, Tennessee. Slipped up. Talking to on the First National Bank hotline, making communities great, head coach Joel Schrenk, the Elkmont Red Devils. Tough loss last night, Coach.
Yeah, we played good enough to win. I thought I called a little better 2-point plays. We probably won the game. So this one's on me.
Well, Coach, were y'all in a position where y'all had to go for two, or you talking about earlier in the game, maybe just going for two?
Well, we don't have a kicker, so we go for two every time.
Okay.
We were 1 for 6 last night, and if we just make one of those, we win the game.
Wow, that is tough.
Wow,
that's tough.
That explains this odd scoring we were asking about there earlier.
Yeah.
Well, did y'all have a chance maybe with the ball late in the game to go ahead, or did they score late?
We had one drive. With less than 2 minutes to go. We had one timeouts left. He's on about the 40, I think, the negative 40. And we threw a pick. Again, probably should have called a better play.
Well, I mean, sometimes execution matters too, though. So, and I'm sure it was a good defensive play as well.
It was. It was.
Well, how did the kids respond in the locker room? Because those are tough ones to lose, man.
Yeah. I for the most part, okay. We've still got some things that we've got to get cleaned up. Some things that have hung on from the past teams and past attitudes. But we're making big strides, and I'm pleased overall with most of our kids. So we'll just keep working on culture and keep working on making them good kids.
Well, it certainly doesn't get easier next week. Got Mars Hill 6-0 and 4-0 in the area. So, they put a lot of points on the board. They don't give up many points. And so it's going to be a fun week of practice, I'm sure.
Well, they're really good. They're really good. Next week's going to be our kick cancer game. And
that's right.
That'll be a lot of fun for the kids and a meaningful night for the community. And hopefully we're going to raise, $6,000-$7,000 that we can send to St. Jude. So
that'd be great.
Sometimes more important things in life than football. But right. Yeah, you're right. Mars Hill is really good, and we will do our best to prepare for them. And I have no doubt that our kids will play hard till the whistle, just like they have all year.
Yeah.
You may have mentioned this before with this kick cancer game. Is the money that's raised, is it just on game night, or have you got other like peripheral things going on maybe that would raise money too?
No, so we have T-shirt sales that have already been pre-ordered. There'll be a few that people can order this week. I usually order like 10% over. So there'll be some there, and we have sponsorship on those, and we raised about $4,000 on that sponsorship.
All right,
that's great.
And then we sell shirts. We make a little money there. The kids wear pink jerseys with the name of their honoree on the back. That's a cool deal. We do a little ceremony before the game for those folks. And then there's a silent auction on the Elkmont football page that's going on this week, and all that money goes directly to St. Jude.
Okay. Now, do the kids get to keep those jerseys, or what do you do?
They do. They do.
That's great.
They do. So the hope is that they would take and, after they wash them, of course, and present those
after they wash
to the family or to their to the family. I have had folks take them off on the field and give them to the people. But
really,
But yeah, that'd be a cool shadow box. You know, my dad, we have one for him. We have one for my sister. We have one for my brother. Those are all cool memories, neat things that families can cherish forever.
That is great. And it's a wonderful thing what you're doing. And it teaches the kids a lot, right, too. Like you said, there's more important things in a football game. And fighting cancer is certainly one of them. And St. Jude's is just beyond a special place for sure.
Yeah, and we've all been affected, right? It might not be childhood cancer, but we all know somebody.
Yep.
And that's why, to me, it's, you know, and like if you got a player, you know, my freshman this year, I promise you in 4 years they can honor 4 different people because, you know, we all know folks.
That's the sad part about it. You're exactly right.
Right.
Yeah. If you've got a ninth grader starting, they could have 4 different names on, that's for sure.
My brother-in-law just got out of surgery, his second surgery for kidney cancer. My dad passed with kidney cancer. My stepdaughter's on the other side of thyroid cancer. So, yes, it's the cancer's it's the big C word.
Yep.
That's right.
Right, going back to last night's game, what were some of the positives that maybe you can take out of it as far as maybe performances or whatever?
Well, we had 312 yards passing, 162 yards rushing.
Dang, Coach, that's some execution.
Yeah, we had 474 yards offense. That's why I'm a little frustrated this morning. Couldn't get 3 when I needed it.
So, that's one of those things where if you had ever been told, hey, you're going to have 474 yards offense, you'd have thought, well, how many points did I win by?
Exactly.
Yeah. Some good things that happened. You know, our little freshman quarterback gets better every week. And sometimes he plays like a freshman, and sometimes he plays like a seasoned vet. So it's fun to watch him grow. But, again, Jake Guthrie had a phenomenal night. Jake had 32 carries for 119. We did throw a halfback pass for a touchdown, so Jake got in the passing column last night. Owen Burgess had 7 catches for 164, 2 touchdowns. You know, so we had 5 people catch the ball, 3 people run with the ball. Offensive line was gritty towards the end. You know, we kind of had to, in the second half, we tempoed them, and we didn't really throw it as much in the second half. We were just trying to grind it out, and, you know, we put ourselves in position to be able to have a chance to win the game. So defensively, in the second half, when we had to have some stops, we got some. We challenged them that we needed 3 stops in the second half, and I think we got those. And so, yeah, there's definitely positives. You know, we started a center at freshman last night.
Oh, wow.
A center for the first time, about 180-pound Wyatt Williams. And at the end of the game, you know, we're sitting around last night about 1 o'clock before we go home, and I said, you know what we didn't say tonight? We didn't say, man, we're getting killed in the A-gap, and we didn't say we had a bad snap. So, you know, without studying the film, another freshman stepped up and played well.
Hands off to him.
That's good, Coach.
Yeah.
That's really, really good, Coach.
Yeah, we're playing a bunch of young guys, man, a bunch of young guys. So we just got to keep building some confidence in them, keep working on our mental toughness, and keep being gritty, and we're gonna turn the corner sooner than later.
Oh, we know you will. I mean,
have no doubt.
Yeah, no doubt.
So who can we do for the senior spotlight this week?
Let's do Evan May this week. Evan May.
Okay.
Yeah, so Evan is, man, he's kind of a utility guy. Cool story. I'll get to it here in a minute. But he started out the year playing inside linebacker for us and a little bit of the H-back position on offense. And then just through necessity, we had to move him to outside linebacker, and he adapted to that well. And then he became the full-time H-back, and we kind of had some packages, you know, when we wanted to throw a little more or do this, we kind of sub him out. Anyway, last night he caught a 32-yard touchdown pass, and that was pretty cool for him. You know, his first time he's touched the ball this year was a touchdown. So,
well, heck yeah,
that was pretty neat. But yeah, so Evan's a good one, a utility guy, does whatever we ask.
Good deal.
That's good, Coach. Well, best of luck next week, and hope you go in healthy, come out healthy, and
hope y'all raise a
pull
lot
off
of
the
money.
upset, man, and raise a lot of money. Absolutely.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Coach Schrenk. Ladies and gentlemen, head coach of the Elkmont Red Devils, Coach Joel Schrenk, on the First National Bank Hotline, making communities great. We're still live at the Ardmore Car Show, ladies and gentlemen. Come on out. There's plenty of time. The weather's beautiful. Shade is good. It's not overly hot. Cars are great. A lot of folks walking around. Come on in. I think they said spectators, $5 entry fee. And if you got a hot rod somewhere you want to break out of the barn, bring it on out too.
There you go.
Yeah, but that'll be cool. It's time to take a break. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talking to WKAC, the Big 1080.
You can help Limestone County student athletes by donating to the Bama Zach Memorial Scholarship. Send it in care of Garth Garris, 13833 Pinnacle Drive, Athens, Alabama, 35613, or make it in person at First State Bank of the South at 1319 Highway 72 East in Athens. We'll be back with Tailgate Talk after this.
Your roof is the first line of defense for your home. Do you have water stains on your ceiling, paint peeling off your walls, shingles missing? It's probably time for you to get your free roof inspection. Locally owned and operated, licensed, and insured, Yellowhammer Roofing is the Yellowhammer State hometown team. Yellowhammer Roofing. Let our family protect what's most important to you, your family. 256-232-1933 or online at yellowhammerroofing.com.
P4 Therapy is an outpatient provider offering community-based care with a unique partnership model that allows them to consistently deliver world-class outpatient care, emphasizing personalized hands-on treatment. Whether it's orthopedic, physical, geriatric, or manual therapy, sports or neuro rehab, telehealth, or most any type of muscle or joint pain, P4 Physical Therapy promises to treat you with integrity, compassion, faithfulness, and selflessness. Locations in northern Alabama and southern Tennessee. Look for them on Facebook or online at p4physicaltherapy.com.
Hi, this is LaDon Townsend, Limestone County District 4 County Commissioner. Serving you these past 4 years has been an incredible journey. As an independent, I am proud to represent you, and I want to continue working for you, fixing your roads, and fighting for your constitutional rights. With Election Day coming up, many of you have asked how to vote for me. It's simple. Just fill in the circle beside my name, even if you're voting straight ticket. Thank you for your trust and support. Together, let's keep moving forward for a better Limestone County.
Paid political advertisement paid for by Friends of LaDon Townsend, 27485 Maples Road, Lester, Alabama, 35647.
Now that you've got that new place on the water, BP Riverworks can finish the picture with a boathouse, dock, or seawall. Call Baron Pugh at 251-200-2273 or Tracer Pugh at 256-206-7097. BP Riverworks, licensed and insured, 251-200-2273 or 256-206-7097. Now on a platform near you, the only year-round weekly podcast covering the Huntsville Havoc, the Wreakin' Havoc Podcast. News, interviews, and more. Dropping every Thursday, we'll just reek of the Huntsville Havoc. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and listen, follow, and subscribe on your favorite platform via the PAS Plus app and online at wreakinhavoc.com.
This is Chad McGee, head football coach of James Clements Jets, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Tom McClung here, old Tomcat, also known as Todd's Business. The Dilla Killer, alongside Todd the Bod, the Talent Tomlin, producer extraordinaire, Tim Lambert. And right now we're talking on the First National Bank Hotline, making communities great. We're talking to head coach Will Johnson of the East Limestone Indians. Coach, welcome to the show, buddy.
I appreciate it, brother. How y'all doing today?
Man, we're in the shade and a very comfortable light breeze. It's hard not it's tough not to be in a good mood when you're in a situation like this.
No doubt. I should have joined y'all there. It sounds like.
Well, it's not too late. If you're close, come on. We've only got 45 minutes left in the show, but
coming off a rough night there, buddy.
Baby.
Are you?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, coming off a rough one last night.
Yeah.
So, sounds like on both sides of the ball.
You know, this one right here has got me. It's had me completely perplexed, to say the least. We played so hard against West Limestone, and then we come out and, man, from the get-go, just no energy. We tried to pull them up, tried to get them going, and it's just right now we play too much against the name on the jersey across from us.
Yeah.
And, it's county people. They've grown up playing. They want to play hard against them. But, the only one of those that really, truly matter is Ardmore. Because they're in region.
Area, right.
And so if you want to reach your goals, man, the name on the jersey can't matter so much. And so we've got a lot of growing up to do. And I'm very disappointed from 1 week to the next, because we go out and we play so hard, and then we just lay an egg. And, defensively in the first half, we gave up 4 big plays. We gave up 4 huge quarterback runs. Other than that, we played pretty well. They never had a true drive, to keep it on the field and score. It was all big play stuff, busted coverages or somebody trying to do, somebody else's job and creating a gap. And offensively, we just stunk. That's the best way I can put it. We couldn't keep a drive together, and it was super disappointing.
I mean, was it did y'all ever have anything going and then penalties set you back, or just really couldn't get anything going, or a little bit of both?
Really just couldn't get anything going. We had no turnovers. Penalties weren't a huge issue. I don't even know. I couldn't even tell you if we had an offensive penalty. I'm sure we did. I'm sure we had 1 or 2, but it was nothing that I can even remember that was the issue. It was just couldn't sustain drives. They played a lot of man, and we couldn't win our one-on-one matchups in the past game.
Yeah.
Running the ball, we had some success, but we just didn't have enough to keep a drive alive. And so, we went for it on 4th down a few times when I felt like it was time, that we needed one, and we didn't get them. And so it's very unfortunate. I know we had 3 drives down inside the red zone or close. I would call it the high red, somewhere between 25 and 30. And we turned it over on downs, couldn't get it done. And so it's extremely frustrating. It was hard to sit there and watch. And, I'm trying to come up with things to say to the guys to help them out. But I just truly think we didn't come out with the energy that we needed to. And I don't know. We're in a fight for our playoff lives. It's still there. We got to win out in the region and all those things. But, I don't even care about that. I care about seeing them improve in the way that they play. It's just really frustrating.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they got a little taste of success, and I don't know how that affected them and all. But like you said, it doesn't matter what the name on that jersey is across the field, especially like – coaches can only do or say so much. As a player, you've got to get your this is a region game. This is important. You've got to have it.
Yep.
They shouldn't need any outside motivation other than what they get from themselves, and each other.
Yep.
100%. So, I mean, we've all seen it through the years, whether it be college, NFL, high school, people want to be like, well, I can't believe the coaches didn't have them ready to play or whatever. Man, if you're not ready to play on a Friday night, that's on you. I mean, it just is. I mean, they're kids, but at the same time, they're old enough to get ready and motivated to play. I mean, y'all got West Point next week, 1-5 and 1-2 in the region. So, that sounds like a game. I don't know anything about West Point, but that sounds like one that's obviously winnable for sure.
No doubt. It's a very, even matchup when you look at kind of the way the years went. They beat Priceville, which we didn't beat. And so, they've got a little leg up. I'm sure there's going to be some, motivation for them and some confidence for them. And Coach Kevin McCravey, man, he's a great guy. He's one of my best friends in coaching. He was my OC back when I was in high school, and me and him stayed close. And so I love him to death, respect him. I know he's doing things the right way. I know his kids are going to be ready to play. And I sure hope ours are. And I know they will be. We're on, our guys, they've done really well at responding all year long. And even when things kind of look like they're bleak, they're still fighting their tails off. I just, we just got to figure out a way to keep doing it when one thing goes bad early in a game. We hang on. I can tell you right now, man, we got down 7-0, and it was almost like okay, it's over. We can't come back. And it's a 7-0 game. And so, I don't know. Like I said, we've got a lot of growing up to do and not a lot of time to do it, especially for the seniors,
Yeah,
And so
that's true.
I told them, the team that walked in the locker room yesterday, it's got to die. Like, that team can never come back out on the field again, with the attitude, the non-belief, the non-confidence in themselves. And the one that played at West Limestone's got to be who we are. They had they had a really good, confidence about themselves. And so I don't know. It's, we got to try to get the best out of our guys. But at the end of the day, like I tell them all the time, it's on them.
Yeah.
We can get them prepared as much as we can and try to put them in the right position. And now, is there times where we mess them up? Heck yeah. We mess up as coaches all the time. And so we've got to be sure we're putting them in the right position. And, there's a lot, that's being learned in this first year. And I understand that. But I'm just frustrated for our guys because I believe we're better than our record shows right now. And, we just got to continue to fight. I told them I want to see, for these next few games, no matter what happens, Fairview goes out and beats Russellville the other night. We've got to beat Fairview to make the playoffs. And so we've got to do a lot of things the right way, and it starts with West Point. And so we've got to get locked in and focused up and get a good game plan on them and hopefully take it one game at a time for the rest of the year. And hopefully things will fall our way. But like I said, we got to grow up a little bit.
Yeah. And, maybe they'll approach it like, every week's you've got to win this to get in the playoff.
Yeah.
This is your season.
Yeah.
If you want to extend
100%.
it, but they've got to want to do that. I mean, there's a staff. There's nothing you can do. It's just not.
And that's what I told them. We're going to take each game like it's the last game of their career, and they got to play their tails off. And so I think we'll respond. Got our next 2 games at home, which is good for us. And so hopefully we can keep some good weather and the fans can come out and have a good time. And we can, get back in the win column and finish this thing off strong.
Yeah. You know much about West Point, what they do, what they don't? I mean, you said the club.
Yeah. I know a pretty good bit. They run a lot of duo, which is, to some people it's just inside zone or power without a puller, whatever you want to call it. They got a really good running back, ultra talented quarterback. Defense, like I said, they're going to fly around and make plays. And like I said, Coach McCravey, he is going to have them ready to go, and they're going to come over with a lot of fight and a lot of energy, and he's going to do things the right way. And so I think it's going to be a really good game. I think it's going to be a good matchup. And like I said, hopefully we are just prepared really well, and we're able to go out there and take care of business.
There you go, Coach.
There you go.
Tim, you want to do a senior spotlight?
Yeah, let's do a senior spotlight.
Man, I'm going to do Jake Cochran, our quarterback. You don't get to. He gets talked about a lot, and people know who he is, man. But he's such a great kid, and he's a kid that's going through a lot, and he continues to come in, do the right thing, lead the right way, and play his tail off. And so I love Jake, man. I'm so glad that I've been able to be around him. He's made me a better person, and he does that for the kids on the team too. And so definitely want to give a spotlight to Jake.
Well, Coach, that's great. Good luck next week against West Point, man.
We're
rooting for you big time.
I appreciate you guys so much.
Yeah, appreciate you too, Coach. Thanks for all you do. We'll talk to you next week, maybe. Ladies and gentlemen, head coach Will Johnson of the East Limestone Indians calling in on the First National Bank. First National Bank hotline, making communities great. It's time to take a quick break. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC, the Big 1080.
Missed part of this week's show? Archives are available on our website. You can also hear us on your favorite podcast platform, including iTunes, Google, Amazon, and more. Just check out the podcast page at tailgatetalk.net for a list of available apps and links. We'll be back with more of Applebee's Tailgate Talk after this.
Limestone Drug, located on the square in downtown Athens, is your local Health Mart pharmacy. As your local Health Mart pharmacy, Limestone Drug is locally owned and has a personal commitment to the community. Limestone Drug honors prescription drug plans, including Medicare. They accept flex spending cards and fill prescriptions in minutes, not hours. Limestone Drug knows there's nothing more important than your family's well-being. So shop Limestone Drug at 200 West Market Street in Athens, your local Health Mart pharmacy. Limestone Drug, caring for you and about you.
What is community? I am First National Bank Student Advisory Board member Hadley Madison from East Limestone High School. And to me, community is supporting those who connect us. First National Bank proudly supports our neighbors, businesses, schools, and organizations that make Limestone County a great place to live and to work. First National Bank, making communities great. Member FDIC.
Daly & Son Car Care is Ardmore's only one-stop auto repair and tire shop. Whether it's major mechanic or brake work or routine maintenance like an oil change or lube job, Daly & Son Car Care has been satisfying customers all over with their fast and friendly service. They're also your headquarters for quality Cooper tires. Stop by and see Wayne, Nikki, or Dale at 25600 Main Street in Ardmore, Tennessee, or call them at 931-427-4651. They're on Facebook, too. Daly & Son Car Care, open Monday through Friday, 7:30 till 5, and Saturday, 7:30 till noon.
For screen printing, sign printing, banners, logo design, and more, look no further than that shirt printing place. Located at 709 North Jefferson Street in Athens. Call 256-444-1827. That Shirt Printing Place. Visit them online at thatshirtprintingplacellc.com. Look for them on Facebook too. That Shirt Printing Place. 256-444-1927. That Shirt Printing Place.
Want to howl with the Havoc this season? Now's your chance from Tailgate Talk and the Huntsville Havoc. Just go to tailgatetalk.net and register your name. Then listen to Applebee's Tailgate Talk this Saturday morning at 10 on WKAC Radio as we announce the winners of Huntsville Havoc tickets. Howl with the Havoc this season from the Huntsville Havoc and Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Hi, this is Thomas Johnson, former wide receiver for the Auburn Tigers, and you are listening to Tailgate Talk.
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Todd the Bod, the Talent Tomlin, producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert. My name's Tom McClung, Old Tomcat, also
the Dilla Killer.
As the Dilla Killer. That's 3 this year. We're live here at the Ardmore, Tennessee.
From Manila.
The Dilla Killer from Manila. It's a really big thriller. We're live here at the Ardmore Car Show. And yes, I was asking Todd, how many guys you know that's trapped 3 armadillos this year?
I said, I don't know anybody's trapped one. So you're definitely the killer.
They can live. Just stay out in the field. Don't come up around my house. Now it's on full blown. If you come up around my house, I'm gonna set some kind of traps.
I don't know who brought them here or how they got here, but thanks a lot.
Yeah, I'm sure they serve a purpose. I think they were supposed to be eating the fire ants. That's what we were told years ago. Armadillos come in, they'll eat all the fire ants. You want to have a fire ant problem. Well, we know how that went.
Maybe they're supposed to eat the kudzu.
Now we got fire ants.
Yeah, exactly.
Now we got fire ants and armadillos.
Yeah, now we got fire ants and armadillos. So we got mounds, fire ant mounds in the yard, and armadillos digging our yard up for grubs.
This is how bad. This is when you know that somebody can't stand an armadillo. How many times have y'all seen them dead center in the middle of the road? That means somebody went out of their way to run over that bad boy.
Whatever.
They ain't on the side. They right in the middle.
Here's a hint. Don't run over them with the center of your car because they'll ball up and jump and tear the whole bottom out.
You got to get them with them tires front and back.
That's right. That's the truth.
Hope it don't puncture it, I guess. Some things are like dinosaurs.
It's the goddamn truth, man. Hey, but it's beautiful weather, Todd. Tell these people how pretty it is out here today.
It's a beautiful day. There are beautiful girls and women and cars, and it's just a beautiful day.
It is a great day to be in Ardmore, Tennessee.
Perfect weather, man. Cars are as far as you can see and beyond as far as you can see. Sounds like they got some music kicking in the back. I don't know if they have.
I haven't heard that yet, but
I've just heard music. So
there's always a band out here somewhere.
Usually a band out there playing. And,
here comes a burnt orange. What is that Mustang? What type is that? What kind of animal is that on the side?
Cobra or something?
Is that a Cobra?
I
Okay.
can't tell. Yeah, it's a Cobra. But yeah, they plenty of. I think there's food trucks down there. Plenty of food and all kinds of accessories and things. If you're into cars, there's all kinds of little old places you can buy that kind of stuff. But I mean, it's so cool to see, like, man, I must well throw the 2018 Kia Soul up in there because I see, you see them from almost new to 60-year-old vehicles.
Kia Soul, is that the one where the little mouses is going, you can go with this or you can go with that?
If I'd watched it, I'd had it out there. I probably would have won at least third place. Something.
The only way I could win anything is for the most mileage. I got 300 and almost 380,000 on that F350
That's
of mine.
amazing, dude.
Oh, I love it. That 7.3 liter diesel she runs like a sewing machine.
But it is.
I haven't spoken to Tim about this, but hopefully you don't mind. But I have not mentioned one time about my new YouTube channel.
You know what? I was waiting for y'all to get through so I could kind of throw it, because I told Tom the other day, I said my children are stepping out and
branching off.
Yeah, reaching out on their own. So, yeah.
Okay, well,
I'll give you some promotion.
Thank you very much, Tim. Ladies and gentlemen, throwing it back to producer Tim here, Tim Lambert, he has gone out of his way and applied for media credentials. For the last 4 or 5 years, I've been able to go down to Jordan-Hare. The first year, maybe one game, I think. Yeah, the first time I went was the last season they had the old press box in the center of the field. So I was also at the first game with the new press box. So, and I didn't get them all, but last year I got every home game. This year I've gotten every home game. And so thank you first to Tim Lambert and WKAC, Applebee's Tailgate Talk, for allowing me to be able to go down there. And
but you represent KC and Applebee's Tailgate Talk when you go, and we appreciate it. You had the opportunity last week to ask a question.
Ask the question
and
to the
48
coach.
Played it, and some Auburn media played it.
Exactly.
And, that's a big deal, dude. So
it's cool.
You're representing us when you're down there. So, even though it's down there,
what I've done is I have revived my old Tomcat music channel, YouTube channel, and I renamed it to Tomcat on the Tube. It's a play on words. T Tomcat T Tube. So, but it works. I like it. And I've started putting a preview of today's game against Georgia. Preview of each, once I got it started, right now it's a preview and a review. Now, don't look for me to do a review after the game immediately, because I know better. Because I know, especially after these interception games, I just say stuff that I don't want to say.
I was going to say,
I wait
everybody's
got
to have time to
calm down. I'm almost 60 now. My calm down is a day and a half. And then Monday, I'll put a review on it and I'll talk about it. But, if you're out there, you like YouTube, you find it on your app, find it on the YouTube channel. Just search Tomcat on the Tube and press the like button, press the subscribe button.
Heck yeah.
It don't cost
and notifications.
And notifications. It doesn't cost you anything. It's no charge. It helps me. And I said on title a while ago, this will be the first time coming up. Sometime midweek, I'm going to do a show, maybe live from WKAC or something, and focus on WKAC and Applebee's Tailgate Talk. But I got to tell you, man, I get tired of media, period. Not just Auburn media, but media, period. Like I said, I'm older than Coach Freeze. And when you go in and you've got a game full of, how many plays in the entire game, and you got some young 30-something dude over there asking Coach, why did you run this play on this particular down at this particular second in the game? Well, if it had worked, would it, if one guy had missed a tackle or one guy had made a block, granted, everybody's frustrated when you lose. So I asked a question, and it got played. My question was, it was a throwback question to Coach Dye, 1981, the 10-7 loss to Tennessee. In the video, you can see Lionel James, his jersey's ripped. Everybody's sad. We just got beat by Tennessee. White jerseys in Neyland, thought they had a chance to win the game. And Coach just says, you lay your guts on the line, you come away empty-handed. Ain't a darn thing you can do about it. Lay them on the line again, and again. If you keep doing that, you can lay a foundation that we can build on.
That's right.
You know what they done? They laid a foundation they could build on. So that's what I asked Coach. And Coach looked at me like it was, thank you for the refreshing question. Instead of questioning. I know, right? And he answered it very well. Yeah. And the question.
I never did see his answer.
It was on the. I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you if you want it.
I went to the link where you got your question out, but I never did.
Okay.
I saw the answer before I saw the question.
Okay, well, see, it ended before I saw the answer.
But Coach gave a very good answer, and like Todd said, it was picked up by Channel 48, NBC on Sunday morning, and it was like, wow, that was my question. So cool. It's happening. It's starting. It's very early. I've got just a few. I got 20-something subscribers right now, but go give it a look.
Go give it a look.
Give it a look.
Like you said, it's a free.
You can agree with me and you can disagree with me.
That's what the replies are for.
I don't care. If I say something that makes you think, it won't be belligerent or it won't be anything like that. I'm not going to do that. I ain't a Paul Feinbaum want to be. I'm not going to throw stuff out there like that. We'll talk about the game. And like this week.
Cordially.
Cordially. This week I mentioned about Auburn, Georgia being up so high, Alabama being up so high. I didn't say it on my video, but both teams, Georgia and Alabama, have got to be careful today because Vanderbilt can play football. You can't go into Nashville. You can't go in there, just walk in and expect they're going to give you the
I would just rather be playing a team coming off a high and a win than playing off a team that had a high and a loss.
Exactly.
That's the only difference.
Yeah, exactly. That's Auburn's coming in.
You're getting the team that lost.
Yeah.
And they're not going to be happy.
What time's that game start today?
2:30.
2:30. Okay.
Yeah. 2:45 for Auburn. They bumped it 15 minutes, but same thing, 2:30. And then Alabama's at 6:30 this evening? Or what time do they play?
Oh, that's what I was asking.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the Auburn-Georgia game. Alabama plays at hold up, I'll tell you, I get it right here. I think 3:15.
3:15. That's right, it is. It's
3:15.
Okay. I'll be bouncing back and forth there from the.
No offense to Vanderbilt, but I didn't think it would be like a primetime game. So.
But what's Vandy's record right now, Todd? Do you know? We can look it up if you don't.
I don't know offhand, but they took Missouri. They beat Virginia Tech. Beginning of the season in overtime, I think.
Yeah.
And then lost to Missouri in overtime, which they should have won that game. I think they're like 4-2, something like that.
Okay.
They've got a winning record.
Well, if y'all don't remember who the quarterback for Vanderbilt is, his last name's Pavia. If you watched the New Mexico State game as an Alabama fan, I know you were extremely happy to see the ending of that one. But I was extremely disappointed because wondering what the heck happened to my football team. But Pavia is a good quarterback.
Oh, yeah, he is.
Oh,
it's not the Vanderbilt of old.
That's true.
That's true. They've got a good team this year.
I'm gonna drop a little bit of knowledge here. I've addressed it on the YouTube channel, but you turned it like little roadster. It looks like Ralph Macchio's roadster from Happy Days years ago. So, anyways, this week Auburn gets a commitment from depends on 4-star, 5-star, which website you look at, you follow. Deuce Knight committed to Auburn, and this is the rumor. What they're saying is going to happen that next year Auburn's going to get a 1 year, what they call them, a rental quarterback. Get them a good veteran starter to bridge the gap. So our three, you got Hank Brown, Walker White, and Deuce now. Give those guys a year to grow up and let those three fight about it the following year.
If they'll stay.
They'll stay.
Oh, okay, you said they'll stay, but
I think they will.
Kids are so fickle nowadays. They see an opportunity.
Coach Freeze is selling something different than immediate playing time. He's selling something, a culture.
Well, I know, but nowadays it's more about what can I get.
That is true.
Financially.
That is true.
About all the other stuff, whether it's the education, academics, the playing time. It's like, how much again is it I'm going to get? Like the quarterback at UNLV who quit on them 2 weeks ago.
Oh, gosh. What a turd. You don't do that in the middle after 3 games, man.
But see, here's the thing. When you're a transfer like that, when you come through the portal and you weren't involved in a recruitment class, you weren't hanging out with the 3 or 4 or 10 other guys that were being recruited, and you're all coming in together as a team, you don't have any commitment to those guys. You don't.
That's one way to look at it, for real.
You should. because it's a team sport.
Right.
And I get it.
But
he
got
was promised X amount, and he only got X amount.
Yeah.
But you know what? You can work that out, dude. I mean, sitting out rest of the year, I wouldn't want him next year. I wouldn't want him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, it's going to hurt his. It's going to hurt his value for another team.
And saying you can redshirt up to what 3 games, 4 games?
Yeah.
4.
I mean, back then, in the early days, it was 3 or 4 plays or something. You play 3 plays in 1 game, no red shirt.
Yeah, you just kind of run that risk with kids.
Well, it's a tryout.
If you have that thing.
Yeah, kids are going. Let me fill it out a little bit. I'm not really getting the playing time I wanted, so bye. Transfer, whatever. I mean, you've got kids. I think it's one kid at Miami. We talked about him not long ago, tight end or something. It's like his 9th season. ninth season.
Yeah.
Somebody made a joke on the radio that he's going to be the first kid to retire and graduate all in the
same year.
Same year.
Well, you were talking about kids that come in and leave. Auburn's got a backup, Holden Garner. He's I think the only holdover from Brian Harsin.
Really?
No, Zeke Walker. We got two. Zacchaeus Walker plays the defensive line, and Holden Garner are like the only two.
I mean, when you've got kids walking out of
But
programs,
he's still committed to I don't know if he's got a girlfriend. He's committed to getting his degree. He's getting a free college education.
Well, that's
while
what they
he's
need
practicing.
to look at.
Yeah.
Stay in one spot and get your education. Your knees are going to blow out one day. One day you're not going to be able to get up.
Todd and I can both confess to that.
Absolutely. But, I mean, when you've got kids walking out of programs like Georgia and Ohio State and whoever, because they feel like they're not getting paid enough or their lack of, playing time or whatever, some of the, like mid-conference schools, I don't see how they keep anybody. I just don't. If you've got any success, you're putting your name in that portal so you can go get paid at a bigger school.
Right.
It's just, I don't know. I wish somebody would step in. Between that and then all these coaches using analytics to get them beat weekend, I want somebody to look at the analytics of how many times did you use analytics and then come up with a loss. There's your analytics.
There's your analytics.
There's your analytics. What's the percentage of me using analytics and me taking an L? Well, I can tell you right now, it's pretty high.
What was you used to say on Saturday Night Live? Deep Thoughts by Todd Tomlin.
Boy, that's the deepest thought I'll probably ever have.
I love it. Either way, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Find my YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Tomcat on the Tube. Football season to be over. Debbie and I was talking about what I was going to do after the rest of the year. I don't know.
There you go.
We got baseball. We got softball. We got.
You got basketball.
Got basketball. Auburn's going to Cameron Indoor this year. Yep. Coach Pearl's bringing them. Can't wait. Looking forward to basketball season.
Awesome game, man. Proud to be rocking.
I'm hoping to get credentials, man. I'm hoping. Either way. Tim, you got to take a break or toss it back
in
over
just
to
a
you?
minute, but I do want to do the Howl with the Havoc winner for this week, our first week of that. Congratulations to Tanya Novalis and Thomas Kelso. There are two winners for this week, and they've kind of changed the way they've done with me. That we've still got vouchers, but you can go online, and there's a code on that voucher, and you can go online and reserve the seats and all that, just like you would if you were, I guess, ordering online. But you don't have to go to the VBC, is what I'm saying, to swap out tickets. You can just redeem your voucher online, so that makes it a lot easier. You still have to come to the radio station to get the voucher, but that's kind of a change there. And they've some of their, they had so many sellouts last year. They kind of started getting into some of the games that they gave us vouchers for. Well, it's gone down a pretty good bit this year. So there's this is going to be, subject to availability as far as, what you can use your voucher for. So, just be ready for that. If you win vouchers, be ready. At least you're not picking out a voucher for a particular game.
Right.
It's a generic voucher that you can use for, I guess, whatever game that you can, get
you got to pay attention
for.
to the schedule and who's coming into town and how big of a rivalry it is and all that, because a lot of those games sell out.
Well, like that, the small dog races or the dog races, probably the well, there's several other nights.
There's several nights
that they sell out, but I know opening night is one of the ones that they were kind of pushing as being more available, and I think maybe the I Heart Huntsville night and some of those other still popular ones, because I mean they got a theme for every home game anyway.
Yeah.
So and aside from the theme, you're going to get to watch hockey.
Heck yeah.
Yes, you are. Good hockey.
Good hockey. Really good hockey.
I've had folks come from up north and watch it. This is really quality hockey, Well,
if they agree, then it's good, because, they can critique it a little bit better than we can.
Sometimes they can, yeah.
And some of those players we talked to on the podcast, we ask them, what were you expecting out of hockey in the South? And some of them were like, well, I had heard that it was here and it was popular. they didn't know how
To what
popular.
extent, yeah.
Yeah.
Until you're hitting the ice and you look up and you're like, oh, my God.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
sold out.
And then some of them are like, well, we didn't know what to expect. You know, we didn't know they played hockey down here. So
do it very well, too.
Yes, we do. From
Just like we
UAH to Channel Cats to Huntsville Habit.
There's not much the South doesn't do that's better than everybody else, just to be quite frank.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to take a quick break. We'll be back on the other side. And guess where we are, Todd? Still live at the
Ardmore Car Show.
Ardmore Car Show here at the. When you walk by, wave at us, say, I heard you on the radio. This is Tom McClung, and we'll be back in just a little bit.
look for Applebee's Tailgate Talk on Facebook, X, Threads, and Instagram. We'll be back with more Tailgate Talk after this. While others have come and gone, the Lion's Den Gym has been roaring as a workout and exercise fixture in Athens, growing from its humble basement beginnings in 1981 to their current 10,000 square foot location at 212 Commercial Drive in Athens. The Lion's Den offers 24/7 access to their ever-expanding equipment collection that includes treadmills and climbers, elliptical trainers, stationary bikes, loose weights and dumbbells, and over 45 different weight machines. Contact the Lion's Den Gym about a membership today at 256-652-2627. Visit them online at lionsdengym.com or on Facebook. The Lions Den Gym, 256-652-2627. When things go wrong, State Farm is here to help life go right. And Agent Michael Howell is the one who can help get things back on track. See Michael for your auto, home, life, health, property, and business insurance, and be ready for those unexpected twists that life throws at you. Ask about banking and annuities, too. Call State Farm Agent Michael Howell at 232-5400. Visit him online at michaelhowell.net or go see him at 903 South Clinton Street in Athens. State Farm Agent Michael Howell. There when things go wrong, here to help life go right. If your place on the water needs some attention, call BP Riverworks. Boathouses, docks, seawalls, and repairs. Call Baron Pugh at 251-200-2273 or Tracer Pugh at 256-206-7097. BP Riverworks. Licensed and insured, 251-200-2273 or 256-206-7097.
He's got a push. Backed up three. In! He got it! Three-pointer at the buzzer to win it! Unbelievable!
Join Play Action Sports for another season of Calhoun basketball. You can hear live action from men's and women's teams streamed on the PAS Plus app on your Alexa device by saying Open PAS Plus or online at pasplus.net. Check out the online archives on the website or on your favorite podcast platform too. And listen for select games on Sundays at noon on WKAC Radio. Calhoun basketball from PAS Plus.
Hey, this is Joel Schrenk of Elkmont High School. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk. Ladies and gentlemen, Tom McClung here, Old Tomcat, alongside Todd the Bod, producer extraordinaire, Tim Lambert. And just a couple of coaches hadn't answered the phone, so we're back to chit-chatting a little bit. If you would like to know how to trap an armadillo, I can tell you.
And just because he's the dilla killer.
Just a brief few little things. First thing, you got to have a live trap. Armadillos are not like beavers. You don't trap them in the water with trapper traps.
Yeah.
Find you a den. Make sure it's an armadillo den, not a skunk den.
Oh.
Because if it's a skunk den, you don't want to have to call and deal with what you catch
no kidding.
In that trap.
Oof.
Follow. You could say if you look close enough, you could say which way the armadillo's coming out. Set it during the day. Maybe lean you a couple of boards up against the side of the trap, and you make a little funnel. Set it right up there next to the opening. They'll walk out and walk straight into the trap.
You can't walk back out.
It's nighttime, and they're dumb.
They are dumber than dirt.
They are dumb. So then, but be prepared to do something with them. because once they get in your trap, they're your responsibility.
Yeah.
Talking to my buddy Greg Miller, he says he must have an armadillo trouble as well. So, brother,
if you live out in the county, you probably do.
Out in the county, and things are everywhere.
They are everywhere.
First armadillo I popped was in my sister's hedgerow.
Really?
Yeah, that's what when she lived. Yeah, she lived on the. She lived down on the river.
Everywhere then.
Yeah, she lived down on the river, and it was buried up in the hedge bushes, and her dog was barking at it, so it wasn't going nowhere.
No, it wasn't going nowhere.
And that's when I found out you always wear gloves. That's another thing. Don't touch them things.
No,
they carry leprosy. They're nasty.
Filthy.
Yeah, make sure you wear some gloves.
They are nasty.
But yeah, I popped that thing and carried it down to the pier, and the next thing I learned was armadillos don't float.
Oh, really?
No, they don't. They sink like a rock, man.
Float, to be honest.
Foot. Now you think with that maybe some buoyancy underneath that shell.
That's where they belong, though.
The bottom of
the river.
Freaking river.
Megan back at the station says her Australian Shepherd caught a live one.
Oh, wow.
I don't think dogs are gonna get sick from it,
No.
but still.
So I'm trying to call Brick here live on the air. He said he tried to call me back.
Okay. Well, let's talk about the Florida UC.
I think maybe that's
talk about that.
Maybe
we got Missouri.
Brick, have we got you? Hello,
Coach.
We got something. We hear noise in the back.
Hello.
There he is.
Hello.
There's Coach. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I got y'all.
Okay.
All right, cool. Coach Tom McClung, Applebee's Tailgate Talk. How you doing, man?
I'm good. How are y'all?
Oh, we doing well. Tough one last night, brother.
Oh, yeah. We played like crap in the second half again, and it cost us.
What was it at halftime?
It was 23-6.
Okay. So not out of reach? Not out of reach?
No. And, we blocked a punt before halftime right there, and Scoop and scored it. So I felt like we had the momentum, and we just came out and they got the ball first and had a long drive down the field and then scored on us. We just really couldn't get anything going on offense. They were stacking the box and forcing us to have to throw it, and we didn't throw it very well. So they ended up, going on a little run there, and in the second half ended up beating us 51-6.
Well, what about, especially, they come out second half, like you said, long drive, go down and score. Did they stay in the game? Did they still give effort, or did it kind of break their back a little bit?
Well, I told them after the game, some of them quit, but the majority didn't. But I was disappointed in how some of them played in the second half after that first touchdown.
Yeah, you got to stay in the game. You got to work hard. It's not one score doesn't dictate the whole game unless it's the last score of the game. That's for sure. But
that's right.
And I know they're frustrated. I get it, but as a staff, I'm sure it's super frustrating as well. And we were talking to Coach Johnson earlier about he felt like some of his kids just kind of weren't motivated to play last night and all this, that, and the other. And to me, that's not on the staff as much as it is the kids. They got to be wanting to go out there. You worked hard in practice all week, and go out there and bust your butt and be there for your teammate next to you.
Yeah, you gotta go out there and with a little something. Which I thought we did in the first half. They were playing hard, man, and I got to do a better job myself and putting us in better positions on offense, because you're not getting anything going on offense, going 3 and out and punting, giving the ball right back, and our defense going right back out there. That ain't helping either. So it's a lot on me more than it is anybody else.
Well, and it's good you take credit, but I think the kids know. Y'all are limited in what you can do offensively. You just are, and that's the fact of it. It's not like you're going to throw the ball 40 yards down the field, and it's not like you got a 180-pound running back you can just hand it off to and run through a 250-pound line.
Yeah.
Well, so next week you got Colbert County 2-5 and 1-3.
Indians.
They come off a big win, beating Colbert Heights 49-14. So that was kind of surprising.
Yeah. And they're 2-5, but just look at who they've lost to. They're a good football team. So 2-5 really doesn't reflect how good they are, in my opinion. But we just got to go out and play our game and not make stupid mistakes and shoot ourselves in the foot and play freaking football in the second half like we do in the first half.
Yeah, and plus having to go over there too, that didn't help.
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
Yeah, and I think Carver Heights might have been like 4-2 or 5-2 going into that game, so it wasn't like that they beat a 0-6 team. They beat a really good team last night. So in Carver Heights, so Carver County's going to be ready to play.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we just got to do a good job in practice this week, keeping our kids motivated and, just trying to make them play a whole football game instead of just half.
Yeah. What does Carver County like to do offensively, do you know?
They've, from what I've seen, which, it a lot. I haven't watched a lot of them yet, but they like to throw it around. And, they got a pretty good running back, too, that's pretty fast, and they give it to a bunch. So it'll be a tough game for us, but we can, I think if we go out and execute for a full game, we should be just fine.
Sounds good.
I think you can take them, Coach.
I think so. I'm not scared of anybody. Y'all know that.
That's the truth, brother. That's the truth.
That's where you were raised. You ain't got no choice.
That's a good leader.
Yeah, that's right.
That's a good leader right there.
That's right. And they see that in you, so they can take that from you and the staff. So as long as that confidence is still there in y'all, they'll see it and they'll feed off of it. They will.
Well, I'll tell you what. Let's go ahead and do a senior spotlight while we got a few more minutes.
Okay.
We done William Perez, Tim Gallion, and Hunter White.
Okay, let's do Braden Duncan.
Okay.
He came off the basketball floor first year ever playing football. Plays wide receiver for us and free safety some. And they're just super excited to have him on the team, man. He's helped us out a lot. Just, his athleticism. I wish he would have been playing his whole life. But just as far as, doing what you're supposed to do at practice, being a good example for everybody, he's done a great job.
How many times do you hear a coach say, I wish he had come out soon?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, it's my senior year, so I'm going to come out and play. And I hate that. I hate when kids do that. 'Cause it just, when I was in high school, there was a kid named Jordan Gandy. I'm sure y'all remember.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He played his freshman year, and then he quit, and then he played his senior year. And he ended up going to Murray State. And he was one of the most athletic people I've ever played with in my life, if not the most athletic.
Yeah.
And if he would have played all 4 of those years, he might could have went to Alabama.
He was phenomenal, and you're right. Of course, he was a really great basketball player as well. So he kind of stayed on the court there for a while. But
and I was thinking he wanted to play both when he went to Murray State, from what I remember.
Yeah, he did. But it's just high school kids. I'm big on playing everything that you can, because you're not going to get to do that for the rest of your life.
Nope.
You only get to do it one time, and that's in high school.
Yeah.
You're not everybody. You can't play 2, and you can play 2 in college. It can be done. I mean, I did it for 2 years, but it's not easy.
No.
It takes a lot of your time, and I hate when coaches, or I'm not saying they do it, but tell somebody, you just need to quit the other 2 and just focus on this one.
Well,
I hate that.
Yeah, and I was just fixing to say
they're
that.
They're not competing. I'd rather my kids be out there competing against somebody than being with me all the time. Yeah. I don't care if it's freaking marbles.
And it's not just the coaches. You've got family, friends, oh, man, you don't play football and blow your knee out, and then you can't play basketball, and that's your bread and butter, basketball or baseball, whatever the sport might be. And But you're right, man. You only get to do this once. And especially at a smaller school, and you're a good athlete, man, you should be sharing that wealth with any team that you run cross country, run track, do it all, man.
Yep.
Do it all.
Well, what's your opinion about, you mentioned blowing your knee out and everything. What's your opinion about these players that want to skip their bowl game at the end of the season?
Oh, man. Could not. That's the most selfish thing. As a teammate, if you're a good teammate, you're not sitting out of a ball game like that, in my opinion. Because these guys you're playing with have busted it with you. this whole entire, just say they're a junior and they're sitting out 3 years. You've been in the weight room with them. You've worked with them. I mean, that's your brothers. And then you're just going to say, you know what? Forget y'all. I'm sitting out of a bowl game. I can't stand that crap.
Yeah. It's selfish, like you said, beyond selfish. And I get it to a point, but it's a small point. I mean, you couldn't keep me off that field.
No.
You couldn't keep me off that field.
Especially a big bowl like, the Sugar Bowl or something. I'm just going to opt out of the Sugar Bowl. What kind of raisin does this person have?
Mm-hmm. It's, but that's as sad as it is, that's the world we live in today.
Yep.
That's the truth.
It's all about you, not us, but you.
Yeah, it's all about me. It's all about what I got, not about the team. Something that we need to get changed in a hurry.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm signing you the big INL contract, you're playing, dude. Sorry.
All right. No. Coach, thanks for joining us, man. What a great way to wrap up a show, brother.
Yeah, absolutely.
Take care. We'll talk to you next week. Ladies and gentlemen, head coach calling in on the First National Bank hotline, making communities great, Coach Brick Pugh, head coach of the East Limestone Indians. Todd, we've come to the end of another one, brother.
Man, yeah,
this is a good one. Good show. Live here, the Ardmore Car Show still going on. Y'all come on out, see it. Everything is nice and pleasant, cool. On behalf of Todd the Bod, the talent tumble, and producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert, my name's Tom McClung, old Tomcat, the Dilla Killer. Y'all come listen to us next week. We ain't got to go home. We got to get ourselves up out of here. We are gone.
You've been listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, live from Applebee's Neighborhood Grill on Highway 72 East in Athens, just off I-65. You can hear the archive of this and other shows online at tailgatetalk.net. Applebee's Tailgate Talk is a production of Play Action Sports on 1080 WKAC.